Hey everyone, my name is Jose Villablanca, the founder and CEO of HoliFit, and today I want to share a few things with you guys about self-control and willpower so that you become the best solopreneur. I've been a personal trainer since 2007 and I'm also an author. My book, what we do at HoliFit, so I'm the founder and CEO of HoliFit, started this company in 2018 here in the Philippines, and what we do is employee engagement. So I've been doing a lot of sales and marketing for my company, and I want to help solopreneurs like you grow your business. Even if you're employed, you are your business. So here are some tips on willpower and self-control, because I myself have that issues, hence the breakout here. I've been eating chocolate recently and some junk food. So I always struggle with that, the self-control, working hard, or making all those cold calls, of doing boring stuff but that will actually make me more money. Same thing when it comes to nutrition or fitness. Sometimes we like to give in sa mga temptations natin, but that doesn't help you in the long run. So here are some tips on strengthening your willpower and self-control. I've been talking about this for a while and I will share some more tips today. Alam mo ba, a study shows that self-control has twice the predictor of higher grades than IQ. Self-control outdid IQ 2-1 in predicting better grades. So, I've mentioned this before, self-control and willpower is like a muscle. You want to strengthen it. Ito ang unang tip ko sa inyo. Delay your day, ang tawag nito. So, sa work life mo, anong pwede mo i-delay? Is it like hanging out with coworkers, chikaan muna, hang out by the water cooler or the cafe or, wherever it may be? That's one. What about your family life? What can you delay? Maybe if it's a vacation or buying a new TV or home surround sound system, right? And instead investing that into maybe stocks and bonds so that your future and your family or life insurance, whatever it may be, so that it actually will pay in the long term, right? Kesa mga gadgets lang. And third would be your health life. What can you delay in your health life? Like, a cheat meal. Maybe gadgets din. Who knows? So pag-isipan mo, the times where you had to delay gratification that helps improve your life. Do you do it for 5 minutes a day, right? Build up to an hour of self-control. The more you do it, the easier it gets. Just like lifting weights or, eating healthy or, avoiding your distractions or making sales calls. Syempre, pag una, ayoko talagang mag-cold calling, pero the more I did it, na-realize ko mas madali lang pala, hindi ganun nakakataka. List each activity and how much energy it requires. What happens is you better manage your energy and tasks on hand. Yun nga, just like tatakbo ka ng 5K. At first, very inefficient yung form mo, yung biomechanics mo. After a while, you get better at paano tumakbo, mas efficient yung takbo mo, and mas nagiging madali ang 5K run. Ganun din ang concept niyan pag nagtatrabaho ka. Alright? So, stick to it and I promise you it will get easier. Taming the inner beast. Alright? When you lose patience and get upset, do you punch, run over the person you have a conflict with? No. Diba? Monitoring helps with self-control. The more you do it, the better control you have. So, isipin mo lang to, we live in the most peaceful time in history. Right? We no longer go to Western sundown shootouts, nagpapatayan when magka-disagreement tayo. Pero civil yung mga away natin, right? We no longer use violence to solve problems, right? Corporal punishment, parang yung death penalty nawawala na rin. We practice self-control when upset and restoring to physical aggression. So, ang point ko lang dito, guys, is kunwari naiinis ka na hindi mo na-close yung deal or yung team mo or yung katrabaho mo, medyo mahirap ka usap. Calm down, guys, kasi mahirap talaga mag-isip pag galit ka kasi you're in a fight or flight stress situation. So, taking deep breaths will really help calm you down, and then you can think more logically kesa emotionally. So, being a great solopreneur actually makes a big difference when you control your inner beast. Tame your inner beast. Alright, monitoring helps with self-control. When you can monitor how much money you have in the bank account and how much you spend so far, you become more mindful. So, are you monitoring your sales Are you monitoring your closing rate? Are you monitoring your marketing campaigns, your analytics? If you're into social media, marami nagma-monitor dun how much engagement they're getting. All right? Here's another way on how to monitor. Right? Personal life mo. Bago ka pumunta sa restaurant, kunwari may date ka, chicks. Titignan mo yung menu, right? And you will pre-order na. Titignan mo ano yung healthy nandun. Kesa pagdating mo, titignan mo pa yung menu, hindi mo alam ano yung pipiliin mo. Nagmamadali ka or you're enjoying your friends, right? So titignan mo yung menu. Pre-order ka na sa pagdating mo, alam mo na orderin mo na it fits in your calorie or macro counts, right? So ganun din sa trabaho. Before you go to work, you wanna figure out what is your closing percentage, what helps you making more cold calls. Is it being around people who are successful, right? Or is it first thing in the morning, right? Or is it kasi tahimik sa bahay or sa office? Or is it, midday pag okay yung mga kausap mo kasi hindi sila stressed, or start of the week or end of the week? Is it face-to-face meetings or, cold emails versus cold calls? Right? Depende talaga. Pwede ka na mag-walk-in. Mas personal kasi pag nag-walk-in ka sa mga places, di ba? So yun, make sure you monitor as much as you can because you cannot improve what you do not measure or monitor. How do you not fight self-control? Ang tawag niya na implementation intention. Ibig sabihin nun, if-then agreement. If I go out for a night out with my friends, then I will make sure I will only drink 2 glasses of wine. If I eat out with friends, then I will make sure I'll only eat unprocessed food. If I make sales calls, then I will make sure I track every single call, what time of the day, who I'm with, what I'm saying, ganon. So dapat may if-then, right? Especially when you know na may mga temptations around you, para may parameters ka. So make sure you use implementation intention because it's been proven to work. Here's another tip on how you can transcend yourself. So if you want more self-confidence and self-esteem. And I got this from the book Peak Performance by Brad Stulberg and Steve Magnus. When it comes to increasing motivation, a wide body of research suggests doing something for others is far more effective than traditional incentives like money or reputation. Perhaps this is why, after unbelievable record-breaking performances, once they inevitably require immense pain and suffering. Something that requires inevitable pain and suffering. Athletes rarely say how great it would feel to be champion or how much money they would win. Pero rather, what they do is, after crossing the finish line, they will say things like, oh, it was my family that motivated me, it was my team, it was our purpose, it was our drive, whatever it may be. It was our advocacy, right? Things like that. A great example here is the first American that actually won the Boston Marathon in 30 years. It was the year after the Boston bombing. Kasi yung purpose na dun is, I want to do this for America. So yun. Think about it, guys. What will motivate you para makontrol mo yourself and lalakas yung willpower? Transcend yourself. Find out the purpose and not just nasa iyo, pero what is the advocacy? What is your purpose? Why are you doing this? That's bigger than you. Alam mo ba, sometimes wala tayong motivation, right? Share ko lang to from Dr. Tim Noakes, MD. Exercise science and sports med prof at the University of Cape Town questioned the common belief that fatigue happened in the body because he questioned why so many athletes showing seemingly overwhelmed by fatigue suddenly could run faster when seeing the finish line. If the muscles were truly dead, then they wouldn't be able to perform the finish line spurts. His study proves that physical fatigue occurs not only in the body, but in the brain. This is to prevent us from injuring ourselves. So isipin mo yun, di ba? Biglang, tumatakbo. I don't know if you've ever done like a fun run or whatever it is, or biglang finals yung game, last minute, biglang ganado lahat ng players, di ba? Ganado lahat ng runners. It's, tama naman, di ba? Parang, no, biglang nagka-energy sila. Kala ko ba pagod sila recently. So, sometimes, guys, fatigue is in your brain, right? And that helped us from injuring ourselves. Kasi the more you push yourself, the higher the chances of injury. So, ask yourself this sa negosyo, being a solopreneur. saan ako nag-give up or humihina because of the monotony of work? And what can I do to push myself and get past that mental fatigue? Sometimes when nawawalan ka ng control sa buhay, well, work on your inner control. We have control of our internal lives. Reasons give us that freedom. We have a choice to act on the emotions or not. The external world is out of our control, and I can't control the weather, but I control how I react to it. I'll wear a raincoat, I will dress appropriately kung muulan, right? I can't control an event that could build up anger in me, but I can control whether that anger will take possession of me and cause me to react. Reaction is very important. I can't control how people act towards me, but I can control how I react to their actions. Take arching as an example. I can control how I am and release the arrow. What I can control is the arrow after its release. The Stoics say focus within and what's in your control, while letting go of what's outside of your control, the withouts. So this is actually from an audiobook I was listening to from the Great Courses called The Meaning of Life, Perspectives from the World's Great Intellectual Traditions. Ito naman, I really like this about our inner battles, our inner control. If you've ever wondered what you can do to control your emotions, is managing expectations. So you want to manage expectations to avoid anger. Our enemies or competitors are supposed to fight us for our territory. So we shouldn't feel surprised when they do. So when I first read this, parang naisip ko, tama din naman. Okay nga yung may competitors kasi it proves that there's a big market out there and they're supposed to compete with us. And because of these competitors, mas nagiging malakas tayo, di ba? And as a consumer, gusto mo ng maraming competitors, maraming suppliers para mapilian mo and they stay on top of their game, diba? So, it should happen on the other side of the coin then. As a solopreneur, as a business owner, as, you know, someone who's an athlete maybe, you want competitors and you should expect them to try to get your territory, to try to be number one. And that will only make you stronger. That will sharpen your sword. Iron sharpens iron. Our friends can hurt us. Ito rin, another thing I like. Our friends can hurt us, but no one is perfect. There is no need to be angry about mistakes as long as they can learn from it and didn't have poor intentions. Yun ang laging iniisip ko. I see na it's an honest mistake. Tuloy lang yung trabaho. Let's push. I see that, you know, my friend who wants to train hard with me and missed a workout, I don't create stories in my head. And iniisip ko lang, honest mistake lang siguro yun. Sana hindi na muulit. Sana he learns from it. And then you continue to grow together, right? Ito rin, about accidents. They happen. We should expect this every so often so we are better prepared. Alright, I used to hate it, but ako, Lord, ba't nangyari sa akin to? Well, it happens to everyone, right? Anger cannot undo what's already been done. We just have to acknowledge that feeling, but act in a calculated manner. If we act in anger, we don't want to show how our emotions control us instead of the other way around. We might regret our actions, which we can never take back. Ooh, so true. Hits hard.